Welcome to Las Vegas and Allegiant Stadium. It's a great setting and a high-energy environment as we crank up another college football season here with the Las Vegas Kickoff Classic. This is something rare and special. A #1 versus #2 early in the season. Who's going to get the inside track, the early jump on that national championship chase? As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Buckeyes will kick this away to start us off. And he takes this from inside 5. Coverage seat brings down the returner. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Handoff here from the shotgun. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. And now the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Well, Kirk, you played in plenty of rivalry games. How do they feel different from the others?
Well, Chris, rivalry games, and depending on who the coach is, this is a game you think about all year. You know, you're working out in the weight room. You're doing drills, and some are two-a-days. Everything is focused on getting to this game and playing your very best.
And they pick up the first on the ground. The Nittany Lions keep the football on the move.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get them to 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
The Nittany Lions come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Lets it fly to the wideout. And it's complete downfield. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
And the Nittany Lions pick up enough yardage to get a first down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Finds his target, and it's complete. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. Offense trying to move into scoring position if they could convert 3rd and short here from the 50. Quarterback drops back. They're going to test the secondary. Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a 4th down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Aggressive start. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. Tackled inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down.
Boy, the defense was in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. And he's got it again.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Impressive opening drive. The 10th play coming up. It's third down. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
It's fourth down and 4 to try to keep the drive going. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. But it's incomplete. A fourth down stop. Turnover on downs.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the first down.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And the running back takes the handoff. Fights through the tackler. That run moves the ball across the 40.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. That wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
It's a short completion to the big tight end. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the plus 47.
Boy, another great throw and catch here by the Buckeyes, and it just makes you think back how far this offense has come from the days of being known of 3 yards in a cloud of dust to now being one of the more efficient passing offenses in the country. Year after year, you go back to Cardale Jones and J.T. Barrett, all the way back to Troy Smith, and most recently with C.J. Stroud and Justin Fields. Just another great quarterback that we're watching here today for the Buckeyes.
Buckeyes with first and 10 here. To go with a direct snap. Has the first down, still on the move. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
Direct snap to the back. They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up. He'll hand it off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And Kirk, how important is that to get off to a positive start, to draw first blood in a rivalry game like this?
Well, Chris, as you know, in a rivalry game, there's so much emotion. So to be able to put a touchdown on the board first just sets the tone for a big day.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Penn State offense is back out on the field. Defense got a big fourth down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. He's going for a big play downfield. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. It is complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Well, if you're not careful as a quarterback, this is the kind of route that defensive back wants to jump and get in front of for an interception and maybe a touchdown going the other way. But this time, the receiver runs it well, brings it in, and then gets out of bounds.
Offense sets the formation. It's third down. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Breaking free at midfield. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he's tackled at the 30, so a good choice to bring it out of the end zone. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Quick throw. The catch is made. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Short pass finds the tight end. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. And the runner takes off to his right. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And remember, the last time these teams met, it came right down to the wire.
Well, Chris, there's so many great rivalry games that we all look forward to every single year. But with these two teams, it just always seems to be a tight matchup.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Gives it to the back. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
The Buckeyes pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quick pass, here comes a jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Second down after that previous play. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Third and short now for the offense for the plus 25. Already in field goal range, but can they convert to keep the drive going? That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Oof, the risk of throwing on third and short. Lots of second guessing going over on that sideline about that play call. You got to wonder if they're going to go for it anyway on fourth down, but what will be the play call?
They'll pass on the field goal attempt. The offense on the field going for it on fourth down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. And they can't complete it. It's a turnover on downs. Defense stepping up there.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this fourth down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Handoff in a single back formation.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down play. And the quarterback dropping back, bringing pressure. And the pass is just thrown away. Clearly intentional grounding. And here comes the penalty mark. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? With the catch, it's Castro. The defense will wrap him up after about a 6-yard gain. Not enough for the first. It's fourth down.
Great job here by the defense. Third down and long. You drop back in coverage, keep everything in front of you, force that quarterback to have to check the ball down, and then you rally to the football to force this fourth down. Great job here by the D.
And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Last time out there, they got stopped on fourth down, but it didn't cost them anything. Let's see what the mindset is here. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's past the 45. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Steps out of bounds, but not before a huge gain on the ground.
I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
Here comes a handoff. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. They'll run it here.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss. So the screen on 1st down is snuffed out nicely, and now they're behind the sticks here.
Yeah, the offense tried to fool this defense by going the screen on 1st down, but give the defense all the credit in the world. They're not fooled at all. Read that perfectly, able to chase that down for a loss.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. And a pick six, a monster play by this defense.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. They'll take the return and try to get some better field position. And they've got the returner corralled. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here in the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. Lofting it toward the left sideline. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Chris, the defense catches a break here. They got behind coverage, looked like a big play, if not a touchdown, and the receiver just dropped the ball.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left, perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the 1st down. And it falls incomplete with just 6 seconds remaining to play.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to begin the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They'll They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. At the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. Still no answer for this offensive machine. And momentum really building now. This one could get out of hand here in a hurry.
And that's the last thing you want to do in a rivalry game. Not just lose the game, but get embarrassed. I mean, you got to fight for 60 minutes.
And the PAT is good. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Returner decides to fair catch this. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quick completion to the tight end. Tackle made after the completion.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
That completion makes it 2nd down. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. A short completion to the tight end. Big man finally brought down by the cornerback. That was a tough assignment.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Running play called on 3rd and short. That picks up a 1st down. We'll spot it at the 39.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
The Nittany Lions starting a new series here on 1st and 10. And he drops back in the gun. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And the pass is incomplete, but a flag is down on the field. Let's see what this is all about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Empty set now. 5 wide receivers. Some confusion on the snap count. A false start cost them 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Important second down play coming up. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Who makes the grab. Going to be taken down, but he crosses midfield of the 48.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route lane. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. looking to make a big play downfield. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
Boy, that was beautiful. Man, this defensive back, he's putting on a clinic today on how to defend against the deep ball and man coverage without committing a penalty. I'm sure the secondary coach is very proud of that execution.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. They scoop up the ball. It's still a live play here.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. Felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked free. He caught a break because one of his own teammates was able to see that and get on top of the ball.
No fair catch, looking to return this punt. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. It didn't take long to reach the end zone last time. A perfectly blocked running play. Can they keep it going here? And the single back takes the handoff. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Second down play coming up. Pre-snap motion from the offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Crossing the 40. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
I really love the way more and more offenses are using the receiver in motion pre-snap. Give him a chance to get the football with a couple of blockers in front of him. He's got all that speed built up. Get the ball in his hands, and you better look out. He could be off to the races.
The offense really clicking here. Makes a quick grab. Finding space at the 20. And they've got him at the 4, but a big gain in that catch and run.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
So 3 plays in, this offense has set up a first and goal. Very efficient so far. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. So the offense flexing, Kirk, and stretching the lead here now in the second half.
Well, you can catch your breath here a little bit if you're this offense. That touchdown can help you out. But now your own defense can help you preserve the lead so you can go back out and continue to build upon that to the finish.
Returner looking to make a play here. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion. It's the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
Offense moving closer to the line to gain after that catch. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Oh, that one's picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? Now the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender here.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
And the return starts just inside the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. First down here for this offense. They'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll pick up the first down, stopped at the 27. Oh, it's a reverse. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
You know, even though positive yards are gained here, I think the defense has to be happy on how they prepared coming into the game for these kind of different looks. They looked very aware that these formations and plays could happen on any given down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Oh, here comes the reverse.
Well, the backside rules for a defense against the run are to check for the cutback, the counter, or reverse. That time they stayed home and were in perfect position and were able to stop that reverse in its track.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. And he's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
Now, the quarterback's got to get the ball out of his hands. He had a lot of time back there in the pocket, looking over the field, desperately trying to find an open receiver. Nobody's open, but he still's got to take off or try to make a play. Instead, he's sacked, and it's a turnover on downs.
Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Brought down at the 3 after an excellent running play.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about, whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line. The entire unit has been dominant.
And the point after is good. The kickoff team on the field now is able to get set to send this one away. Returner trying to create good field position. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. That last possession, they got stopped on 4th down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Finds room at the 30. Tackle made after a solid game. They'll spot the ball at the 34. And the Nittany Lions will come to the line to run the hurry up.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. But that right there, man, that's what they've been looking for all game.
Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout where they check it out. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. They come to the line, a long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the receivers got it. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new 1st down.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
The Nittany Lions looking to keep this drive moving. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. He pulls it in for a big gain. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down.
When you throw an out route against man coverage, and it puts a premium on a receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. Looking to throw again. Looked over the middle, but it's incomplete. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. This group has been rolling up double digits at halftime. They've just built on that lead here in the 2nd half. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. Another big play for this offense, Kirk. They are not throttling back here, even with a comfortable lead in the 4th quarter.
This defensive coverage seems one step behind the entire game. Even when they call the right coverage, the offense has made the plays that they need to be able to put points on the board.
Finding space at the 20. Marked out of bounds, but it's another big game. This air attack, no problem moving the ball up and down the field today. Buckeyes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. Offense getting set. It's second down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Looking right, this one caught. Touchdown, Ohio State. And this one is getting ugly.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play called, and continuing to put points on the board.
Point after, not quite through. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down.
First and 10.
And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. This one has been a beatdown for the ages, a demolition, an evisceration. The catch is made, and he does get the foot down. The rule of the catch, a big gainer.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
One play moves the ball to the 45. It'll be first down. And he's intercepted for the fourth time tonight. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute and the defense knows it's coming. Here the interception cost him.
The offense will begin now with excellent field position. Caught quickly. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Now it's second down here. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Receiver makes the catch. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the beatdown continues.
Boy, they just continue to do everything right. This offense has looked outstanding from the opening series all the way up to this point, doing everything that's asked of them, great execution, and put another touchdown up on the board.
Automatic with the PAT. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create a big play here. And the returner will be brought down. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. This has been a long afternoon for this offense. All that's left, got to get some consolation points here. Extending the play now. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Boy, he was close to getting to that corner and picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, as this clock winds down, it has been a rough day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going. You hope they're able to go back, look at the film, try to learn from the mistakes, and come out the next week looking much better than they did today.
He cannot escape the defense with a sack.
This defense has been lights out today. Great job once again applying pressure on this quarterback. This poor quarterback, he doesn't know what he has seen today. Not able to get anything going to be able to try to compete in this game. They're down big, and now they're just hoping for that clock to run out.
And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Looking for his big tight end. Can't connect downfield, incomplete, and a turnover on downs.
Well, that'll do it, Chris. This defense has played well the entire game. It's very fitting here on this fourth down play in the fourth quarter. Under 2 minutes to go. They step up again. Give them the game ball.
Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
There was so much anticipation, so much preparation on both sides for a matchup like this to begin the season, Kirk. That's a big W on a big stage here early.
Well, you get through camp, you wonder how the season's going to get started, and they cannot be any happier. Now we'll just have to see how far they can ride this momentum as we go through the first half of the season.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.